Another day of me cramping something awful. All right, let's get the show on the road. Meow. Meow. Gino! Gino in the house. Gino! Gino! Gino, Gino, Gino. Good boy. Good boy, Gino. Good boy, Gino. Good boy. Good boy, Gino. In other news, I went to Charlie's before we started the stream and screamed bloody murder for about 5 minutes. No Charlie, no show. I think what I'm going to have to do, and I don't really want to, but I suppose it's in my best interest, in everybody's best interest, I guess, mutualism and what have you. But I think I'm gonna see, because I'm not working that much these days. I haven't gotten a shift in Universal like since last year, frankly. Well, not actually, that's a lie, because I got a shift at Universal New Year's Day, but I haven't gotten a shift in a month at this point. Big G. So maybe I should, I think it might behoove me to. Whoop, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's just a gate. Gate does gate things. Gino. But yeah, I think it behooves me at some point to start like on Tuesdays and Thursdays when I'm not working. I should probably start going to like the old haunts of the cats and be like, hey, have you seen XYZ cat? Here's a photo of him. If you see him, give me a phone call. Give me a phone call. Here's my number. Yiggity, 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 yah. Gino! What's up, Kiki and Saturno? Gino! But yeah, I kind of think I should start, I should be using my Tuesdays and Thursdays if I'm not working to go, here and check in on Fats, to go to Charlie's thing and see, ask the people who work there, hey, you happen to see a cat that looks kind of like Hitler recently, have you? Just to do my due diligence. Sí, es un gatito muy lindo. Disculparme, Kiki en Saturno, lo puedo hablar en español también, pero no mucho ahora porque estoy muy descansado. Y, disculparme, muy cansado y ahora mi cerebro solo quiero pensar en inglés. Disculparme. All right. It's like that. Hakari the Gambler 45. It was Esperanto, I think. That's what it was. Esperanto. I speak American, which, contrary to most people's opinions, is actually a combo of English and Spanish. All right, stay safe, Hakari the Gambler. Yeah. Oh. It's me, Michi. Okay, Michi, let's go. All right. Right next to the insoles. All right. Gino! Gino! Ow! Ow! Dude, you're on the wrong side of the camera. You're standing behind the camera. People want to see you. People want to see you. If you're back here behind the camera, people can't see you. There you go, G. I'm doing the thing. You know, I'm doing that long COVID thing where I cramp when I'm trying to bend my knees. Long COVID is like, ugh. I wouldn't wish that upon my enemies. Might wish that upon icing, but not upon my enemies. Hey, crazy cat. What are you doing? What are you doing? Bone apple. Ugh, falling apart. I hate long COVID. I hate long COVID. I hate long COVID. It's turning me into an old man prematurely. Oh, ay, hijo de perra. Sorry, that was me cursing in Spanish. Sorry, guys. All messages. Cat is spy for Israel. Good thing we got Kansas Owens. That's actually a funny username. I'm not gonna lie. Just why did dude have to bring in the wrong kind of politics to the chat? Oye, Kiki, este Michi se llama Gino. Pero no sé. Hay otro gato, un blanco y negro, que se llama Fats, es como gordo. Tenemos otro, un gatito gris, que llama Napoleon. Hay muchos otros gatos también, pero escondocen ahora. ¡Au! Okay, let's see if Fats decides to show up. It's too late for Fats. Meow! 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 Fats! Meow! Meow, meow. Okay, no meow. Just Gino here. Dudes, that looks straight up like a person over there. Thanks, Jay-Z. I usually take them at night before bed, so thanks for the reminder. I'll take them later tonight when I get home. It's okay though. It's nothing super fun. It's just SSRIs. Oh no. Even if I did skip a dose, I've been taking them shits for so long that even if I skipped a dose, it wouldn't do nothing. It would take a couple of days for me to start going into withdrawal. That is a loud gate. What's up, Tashita? I'm doing pretty decent today. We just fed Gino. We're going to go check out the main colony if anybody's there, and then we're going to go check out the new place, which I guess we're calling it Louisaville. All right. And then we're calling the stream. We're not going to my house tonight. Sorry. Although maybe, you know, maybe, oh, goddamn. Maybe we'll do some sort of like rando stream tomorrow. You know, so it's okay, Jay-Z. I see my shrink every other week. I'm at that frequency, but I really think if you're screaming in all caps on the internet with no AVI, you might be a 5150, my guy. I'm a little concerned for you, not gonna lie. Okay. Buenas noches, Kiki. All right. Time to go to the colony with no cats. Oh, yeah, I hate you. Oh, one light on. Cyclops Hyundai Ioniq. Cyclopean. All right, how many cats will we find at the main colony? Between 0 and 5, I'm guessing. Oh, never mind. It's going to be 0 and 0 tonight. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we are. Yeah, Deshita, we're at the main colony, or what I used to call the main colony. Nobody lives here anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't foresee seeing a lot of cats. There's a bit too much human activity here tonight for the cats to come out. We'll still call them. We'll see if anybody comes out. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Well, I mean, the thing is, Deshita, is that they used to be not so worried about people, but something made them very worried. And now they just don't, you know, they're either moving away from here, or they're getting hurt somehow, or just something bad is happening. You know, hopefully it's just bad in that they're moving away because they're scared, but you know, yeah. But it's been very touch and go of late with the gang over here. Hoping. Yeah, hoping for at least one myself too, but not gonna be holding my breath tonight if I'm honest. But yeah, you know, I mean, you know, it's so, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's been tough at this colony, which is why we're starting to move to a different type colony. Oh wow, do you think somebody tried to steal something? See, I get the feeling nobody's coming out tonight. Like, I get the very strong feeling nobody's coming out tonight, but that's okay. We're going to check in on, not Punxsutawney Phil. What's his name? Steve. Esteban. Speaking of which, Americans, how do we feel? 6 more weeks of winter because of stupid-ass Punxsutawney Phil? Doesn't matter to me really as an Angelino, but I'm sure some of y'all who live in places with 4 seasons are like, damn. Meow. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Yeah, they're scared. Minis? Oy, oy, oy. No cats. Let's do the can of food. shake thing. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Meow, 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 meow. What's up, Deshita? Or sorry, what's up, Gina? Sorry, I'm brain farting. I already said hi to Deshita. No cats, not a single one to be seen at the main colony. At this point, I can't even call it the main colony anymore. It's like insanity. I'm too late. That's a fact. I'm too late. But this is crazy. Luckily, we already fed Gino. Hi again, Deshita. No, Trey Money. I'm hoping some of the cats that I've known for quite some time come out, but they're not playing along right now, and I don't love that, if I'm honest. Michis! Not even Michis? I mean, don't get me wrong, Trey Money. When it comes to breaking into here, I wouldn't even need to, because I could just hop the fence if I really wanted to do malfeasance, not to mention Master Lock Pro Series. It's not unpickable, but I can certainly pick it. Sorry, let me rephrase that, because I can't speak English, apparently. It's not easy to pick for a beginner, but I'm not a beginner. That's not going to hold me back for very long. The lack of cats is alarming. Thank you, Trey Money. That's awesome of you, man. All right. Meow. All right. The cats are not showing. What the fugaze? At least Gina, Gina showed up, but so did Gino. Jesus, I'm really struggling with the English language right now. The struggle is very real. We gotta find. I'm telling y'all, the cats have relocated somewhere. I need to find where they went. All right. Where they went is a big huh? Meow. Yeah, Gino, Yeah, I think so, Gina. And between that and, like you said, because of the rain, and they lost a lot of their scent markers that they had previously. It's kind of shit, but it's all good. Yeah, I mean, so Trey Money, I've been coming to this colony since 2022 now, so almost 4 years, and a lot, look, I'd be lying if I said I've not lost cats from this colony before, because I have. I've lost more than one, but, like, it's so weird, but between the end of last year and the start of this year, like, the whole colony just decided to up and disappear. Now, I still see, usually when I come here, and usually, what's up? I'm also curious whether that's in Cyrillic or English. I'm going to go, why, Papa, why? Why, Pape, why? Excuse me. Or it could be, Yirarai or something like that if we're doing Cyrillic. I don't know, but yeah. Oh, Jason. Yeah, we all need a yacht. The problem is the people with the yachts have all the money and they won't let us have any of it. Although that being said, I'm all for those orcas who were knocking lights over. All right, Jason, nice to meet you, man. Yeah, I was team orca for sure. All right, let's go to the new place. Let's go to Louisaville. And by the way, for anybody who's curious, Louisa's still doing pretty much the same as she was yesterday. Turn your lights on, guy. Thank you. Yeah, Jason, that's exactly what I'm doing. This used to be my main colony, and it's been kind of barren of late. But for those of you who are just popping in, so Jason and Trey Money. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible, Trey Money. It's just a charger. Chill out. Relax. Yeah, usually the homeless people here don't really, they don't eat cats, but you always worry about the crazy people doing crazy stuff, you know? But generally speaking, the homeless people here just go shop for food. They're all on SNAP or EBT or whatever. All right, the question is, how, in fact, do I get from where I am to Louisaville? Because it's been... Okay, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. First off, we're gonna swing by Gino really quickly so you guys can see one of the better cats that's still actually like out here doing well and thriving. And also, if he finished his food, I'm gonna collect his tray. All right, guys. Time to meet Gino. Ugh! Thriving Gino. Ow! Exactly, Deshita. Or sorry, exactly. God damn it. Why am I confusing you two so much? Gino's just kind of lounging. Trey Money, if that's the case, usually you're going to have to get a drop trap or something like that. Ow! Gino! Meow. Ow! He's just freaking napping. Ow! Yeah, he's a big boy. Gino! Meow! Psst, psst, psst. Meow! 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 Yeah, we're kind of paused right now, unfortunately, Trey Money, because one of my cats that lives at home with me, you probably heard Louisaville. My cat, Louisa, she's currently in stage 4 of kidney disease, so unfortunately, not really intaking cats to my apartment right now, just because she's priority number 1. All right, guys, I was hoping Gino would come out for pets, but apparently he is in a food coma and just enjoying life. So I'm not going to hold us hostage. Let's head to Louisaville. And exactly what Gina said. We're not perfect, but we always keep trying. You know? And in the course of this channel, you guys have seen some massive successes and also some massive fails. But it's okay. And you know what? There's always the possibility that some of the fails can turn into success. There's always the possibility. You gotta keep up hope for that sort of thing. Aw, blind cats are so cute. All right, off to Louisaville. Weesh, weesh, weesh. So yeah, Luisa's my kidney disease cat. Unfortunately, she probably doesn't have super long to live on this earth. But I'm gonna smother her with as much love and care as I can for the final few weeks that she's got. And when it's time for her to cross the bridge, I'll be sad, but I'll be okay. Yeah. Ditto to both of you guys. I like cats more than dogs and people. However, I would like to say that this isn't to say that I don't like dogs or people, because I like both quite a bit. They're very cute. Well, dogs, people, some yes, some no. But it just kind of worked out that the species of animal that I, work with and do rescue with is cats. There's a lot of, I'm sure a ton of big dip. I'm sure a ton of people in my city, and by I'm sure I mean I know that there's a ton of people in my city who do great work taking care of the dogs, and rescuing the dogs and what have you. But that's just not the species I take care of. But yeah, love the dogs. Would love to have a dog too. Just I don't feel that I would necessarily be the greatest caretaker for a dog, because I don't always walk them and take them outside or whatever. Cats take care of themselves a little bit more. Thicker pickle, it's definitely a possibility, but if I did, it was an SBD, so the camera definitely didn't pick that up. Was that a Peugeot 504? Nah, Drew, the cat fucks you. And you should see what a cat's penis looks like. You're not going to enjoy it. Also, real bitch-made bot maneuver to say fuck with censorship. Damn, that's lame. You know what? Oh, wow, you're just smoking Scante out in the street like it's nothing. All right, I love California sometimes. Gets pussy all day. You know what I figured out in life? People who claim to get pussy all day get very little. Because those that actually do get pussy all day don't talk about it. What's up, Julian? How are you today? We are going to Louisaville, which is my kind of pet name for this particular colony of feral cats, or they're not all feral probably. Some of them are probably just homeless, but, Yeah, Andrew Tate does talk about pussy, and he is like the incel king of incels. So I think that's kind of proving my point. Like, I don't know, trafficking underage women doesn't seem like a thing to brag about. Just saying. It's okay, Drew. I have a real job. As a matter of fact, I have two. I just try to do good things. You must be the other guy. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think we're going to argue about Andrew Tate. Conviction or no conviction, dude is a piece of shit. Yeah. All right. Blinky, blinky. Many cats. I'm telling you. Shit. Oh, look, there's... Yeah. Tate is beyond trash. Tate is arguably a massively destructive influence on the youth of today. Yeah, the bots are always out, Kashida, eventually. Especially, you say one of those words to trigger I did my research crowd, and they all show up all of a sudden like a bunch of fucking moths to flame. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think it's because they don't have many brain cells, going around. It's okay, Top Shot. If I'm getting jumped, it's only by kitty cats. There's so many here. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. Hey, big. Hey, other dude. Hey, other dude. They don't see me because I pulled up in my other Benz. Last week, I was in my other Benz. Hello, kitties. Have you seen Steve the raccoon by any chance? Oh yeah, Deshita. This place always has a lot of cats. And one thing you might notice is that the people who work here actually take really, really, really good care of their street cats. Look at this. Let me show you this. Look. They got dry food right here. Big container of dry food underneath in a box so that when it rains, it stays relatively dry. That's one. Here's a second dry food over here. This must have been water, but the cats knocked it over. Like, more food, water. This weird open door situation. I don't know what the heck's going on over here. This is Lil Mostly V. Not quite V, but Lil Mostly V. All right. I say let's go over here. That'll work. That ought to work. Yeah. I could pass food underneath the thing. Yeah, just side note though, my opinion on Chihuahuas is that they're misunderstood, but some of them can be real assholes. And I ain't got time for assholes. I try to live an asshole-free existence. Well, aside from my own asshole. But yeah, I'm looking back, sorry. But yeah, to summarize, this place is actually a fine example of like Yeah, this particular location is a fine example for um, for places of business on how to treat your feral cat colony. You just give them food and they'll take care of themselves mostly. So yeah, tangentially, and this is completely unrelated to cats, but I'm thinking maybe I'll do a total rando stream tomorrow because I'm realizing one thing. Part of the difficulties I've had since I had COVID last year and my long COVID symptoms and all that is that I feel like a lot of my muscles atrophied, and I feel like I just need to start exercising my muscles a little more. So why don't tomorrow, if I've got some free time, I take a hike somewhere and you guys can come with. We'll take a hike to like the Lovelock fence by the Hollywood Bowl or some shit like that. Something funkalicious. Funkalicious? I don't know. Also, friends, we're gonna have to start naming these cats if we start like, getting to know their personalities and whatever. I think it's maybe a little too early to start naming them, but definitely a possibility.
Cats?
Yep. He can ride his bike with no handlebars. Impressive. All right. For some reason, I feel like their water got knocked over, so let me see if I have water in the car. I hope I have water in the car. You guys get to chill here and watch the cats come in. Hopefully they come in. Meow! Michis! Michis! Two good kitties. Good kitties. Very good kitties. Meow. I'm bringing water, guys. All right, I'm gonna try and put it over there so you can eat. Okay, Lil, almost V. Lil, mostly V. So yeah, just in case, we're not trapping, we're just feeding. We're just making sure they're okay. We want to introduce myself to them and make sure they know me and that I'm cool, or kind of cool. Yeah. Also, I'm looking, this guy's got an ear tip. I believe every single cat at this colony has been fixed. And if not, I haven't been coming here regularly long enough to know for sure, to be honest with you. Hello, other cat. There is food for you, but I need to go. Bye. Parking enforcement's over there with his high beams on. Or no, not his high beams on. Oh my God, freight train! Freight train! Freight train! Freight train! Let's go! Let's go! Sorry. I've discussed many a times that I have the plane-tism, not the train-tism, but freight train! Freight train is cool train! Yeah, I'm just so, like, jazzed about this incoming train. I don't even give a shit about all the haters. Fuck the haters. Or no, it's not a freight train. Damn it, it's a freaking regular train. It's Metrolink. All right, I was hoping for a freight train. That's unfortunate. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. Hey, parking enforcement, eat a dick. Oh, I'm sure that cat's got bigger problems than diarrhea, like fleas and tapeworms. And stuff like that. Really bad stuff. Thanks, just in case. I do my best to take care of these guys, and if I can socialize them, I can take them off the streets. Guy, turn your lights on. 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 Thank you. Yeah, thank you for timing out John Blank. I wasn't gonna, like, pay dude any mind, but, like, whatever. Yeah, Faithless, there was a lot of human activity there today, so there was no cat activity whatsoever. Very weird. Or not weird, very worrisome. Yeah, there are freight trains on this line. They run very late at night. Like very, very late at night. So yeah, Faithless, we were at the main colony earlier. I saw Gino at the, like, satellite of the main colony, but at the actual main colony, there was nobody. Oh, sorry, Jets in a Plane. I don't prefer freight over passenger necessarily from a train spotting perspective. It's just that that in this neck of the woods on this particular line, the freight trains are much rarer. So, like, I see that Metrolink all the friggin' time. Skunks! 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 Yeah, no, not even a minis. Skunks! Skunk! Yeah, but there was a lot of human activity, Faithless, and I also got there very late. But but Faithless, one thing I've been discussing, I mentioned it in the chats. Okay, perfect. Had enough room for a U-turn. Yeah, and the thing is, don't get me wrong. There's, like, I'll say one thing. This might be one of the more out of pocket things I'm gonna say. What's up, Bear? This might be one of the more out of pocket things I say tonight. But passenger trains in the United States suck ass. Like, I don't think that's a controversial statement, but if it is what it is. Oh. Bear, you just missed. As I was pulling up here to Louisville, there were 2 skunks that went across the street. Skunk. Kurva skunk. No, Gina, you say that, but here's the thing. As a person, oh, Louisa's friend, still here after all these years. Hey, girl. Maybe I have to start socializing her. When Louisa crosses the Rainbow Bridge, she's next. Yeah. So like I've said before, 3 years ago, where that cat was is where I found Louisa the first time. Oh, you're vocal. Hello. Let's see if we can get. This one's very nervous. Excuse me. Let's see if we can get little girl to come out. God damn. Long COVID can suck my dick. All right. I'm just gonna grab my camera and get the heck out of here. Let you eat. All right? Okay. Hold on. What's up, Zoe the cat? Justin. Sorry I missed you. Yeah. And yeah, getting back to our original topic of how trains in America suck and they're terrible. I gotta tell you this. Dudes with the Jets fan, I can't remember your name. Let me check 1 second. Sorry. Jets Pain Plane. Ugh. My former roommate is a huge Jets fan. He will absolutely co-sign your username. But yeah, like, you're bitching about New Jersey Transit, and I'll agree, not great. But compared to Metrolink here in Los Angeles, New Jersey Transit or like Metro North or Long Island Railroad is the creme de la creme of American commuter rail. And that's tragic. But it's also kind of unfortunate reality. Like, the daily ridership for Metrolink, which is our commuter rail here in LA, is pathetic. Pathetic. And it shouldn't be, because there's so many people and we all commute. They should, Metrolink trains should be packed all day, every day. Oh, that's a good, go Seahawks. Not gonna lie, I'm rooting for the Hawks too. Mostly just because fuck the Patriots, right? Am I right? And also, yep, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, we don't have any 200-mile-an-hour trains. The closest thing we got is the Acela in the Northeast Corridor, and that's lucky to do 150. You know, but yeah, Death Stark. Luckily, I'm not feeding rats. I'm feeding the things that chase rats. You know, but you know, a lot of the Death. I'm balls deep in the valley. Well, not balls deep. I'm in North Hollywood. But yeah, a lot of the problems of rail in the United States are institutional because in most developed parts of the world, passenger trains have priority. Whereas in the United States, they also have priority, but because frickin' the freight rail companies actually own the tracks, they don't really give a shit about the priority. They're just like, oh, you have priority? Well, we have a train that's longer than yours, and we're in the way, so kiss my ass. Like, basically, what you gonna do about it? All right, Faithless, stay well, man. All right. Let's see if that guy who... I'm at the place where he saw the guy who was not fixed, or at least it didn't look fixed. I didn't see an ear tip. Yeah. But yeah, who knows to that little girl? She meows. So maybe she's semi-socialized. All right, I want to see. Last week, when we were here, there was room. Oh, no. I don't go to Figueroa Street. No. That's way too much energy for me, and not the kind of energy I want to put out in the world. That's some crazy time shit. Where is Ice? I don't know. Hopefully freezing to death. Fuck him. Yeah. Yeah. No Malcolm Butler this time, and also no Russ to no. Unfortunately, no Marshawn Lynch, but what's that name? Kenneth Walker is an absolute beast of a running back. So yeah, definite go Hawks. Even me as an Angelino is like, hell yeah, go Hawks. Ah, evidence. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Death Stark. I could use a handy. I think we all could use a handy in 2026, but you know, it'll come when it comes. So Bear, I try not to, but at this point, my license plate's been shown many times. So like, I don't. Yeah, no, yeah. I think everybody. I just remember watching that game, going, we about like, cause fuck the Patriots. Like I said, I was like, we about to win this bitch. Which I don't know why I was taking on the Seahawks as my own personal team. I'm like, we're about to win this bitch. And then, and here's the thing, I like Russ and I like Ricardo Lockett. I think he was an underrated receiver. But, holy fucking shit, you've got the ball at the 1 yard line and you have the best short yardage back in the NFL. Give the ball to Marshawn. Like, what are we doing here, people? But yeah, Bear, to answer you, I do my best to keep the plate out of frame, but it just gets in frame. So yeah, especially because California, so front and back plate. So I got double opportunities to get doxxed. All right, not seeing anybody. Unfortunate. I need to find that dude. Also, yo, I'm not gonna lie, just completely tangential to everything, but hold on, let me step back for a sec. I kind of like the kind of like almost A-frame architecture to this building. Just you know, just an ADHD moment, but I like that. Melanie, long time. Hello. It Bear, my dude. Okay, so sorry. I actually have a story for y'all. It's a completely random story, but since you said stuck in the 70s, okay, so okay, so a little bit of backstory. So my mom is my dad's second marriage, and my dad has 3 children from his first marriage. The children bit is not important. The marriage bit is important because as part of the divorce, as is always the case with divorces, you know, the ex-wife got quite a bit in alimony or whatever. And one thing that she got was that my father bought his ex-wife a condo in Irvine, and you know, but you know, and she lived in it for a long time, but you know, it was always the property of my father. And now his ex-wife is got severe, or I don't know, I think she has Alzheimer's. I was about to say severe Alzheimer's, but I don't know if there's a non-severe form of Alzheimer's. So, you know, just pointing that one out. But yeah, because she has Alzheimer's, she's now in an assisted living facility. And so my parents recently were in Irvine to kind of fix up the condo to sell it. Because she's not, because obviously my dad's ex is not coming back there. Yeah, no, so at this point, just want to show you all something really quickly, while we're schmoozing, but yeah, there's stages and levels to this shit, but yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a tough time to be Jewish right now, but usually I'm pretty. Yeah, my grandmother, may she rest in peace, also had Alzheimer's. It's really terrible. I just remember during my bar mitzvah, I was in Israel, and she came to wish me a Shabbat Shalom, which is great, except it was Wednesday. So yeah, that sucked. All right, so yeah, I stopped out here last time, or I just drove by here when I was. So yeah, but anyways, back to my original story. Sorry about my ADHD there for a second. Ow, fuck me, ow. Sorry. I'm brain farting hardcore right now. I do apologize. Oh yeah. So yeah, they're selling the condo. Exactly. Thank you, Bear. They're selling the condo. Yeah. They're selling the condo, which actually, I'll tell you all how that might actually benefit me, although it does kind of give away the fact that I'm part of the Lucky Sperm Club to some degree, but don't hold it against me, please. But yeah, but they were, they're gearing up the condo to sell, and all the furniture and all the like pillows in there are 70s as shit. Like the realtor apparently literally said, no, pull everything out, because if I try to sell the apartment, sorry, if I try to sell the apartment with this 70s shit, oh, I mean, it might be vintage, but I mean, the thing is that a lot of like 70s furniture, and I mean, Mel and I is the person to ask, since she actually does like vintage stuff hardcore, but like a lot of that 70s vintage stuff, sometimes some of it's actually worth a lot of money, but a lot of it is just doo-doo garbage of the highest order. But I got a couple of the pieces for myself, because like better I take them than just throw them in the garbage or give them to Goodwill or whatever. But yeah, the furniture itself is not that bad, but yeah, it's not that bad, but golly, the pillows that I got, holy shit, with like the floral print and the it's straight out of Babushka's house. It's nuts. All right, but Mel and I don't think you've seen this. We're in Louisaville right now, as I'm taking to call it, because things have been dicey. Mel and I, as you know, things have been kind of dicey at the main colony of late. So I'm kind of branching out into places that I know of, that I've you know, that I've visited in the past but haven't visited in a long time because I focused so much on the one colony. And you know how things are there. But, yeah. But I don't know if you saw the live, Melon. I don't know how caught you are. How caught up on my streams you are. But, yeah. Unfortunately, my poor girl Louisa is in stage 4 of kidney disease, so she's probably going to have to cross the Rainbow Bridge fairly soon. So, to kind of commemorate her and, you know, keep things fresh, yeah, and whatnot, I'm expanding to new old colonies, and like, so where I was earlier when you first popped in, that's actually where I first found Louisa 3 years ago. And this is just down the block. And I've given to calling this entire area Louisaville. But, yeah. There are much cats. At the moment, I only see one, which is this one, who doesn't... None of these cats have names yet, by the way, because I don't know them or their personalities very well. But definitely... All right. Yeah, no, I mean, it's been 2026 has been a rough year for the cats as a whole, because, you know, a bunch of them went missing at the main colony. Okay, Zoe the cat, stay well. Same to you. Was it Jason or Jared? I do apologize. But yeah, you know, it's been tough on so, you know, Louise is now in stage 4, so it's kind of end of life care for her, and a lot of the good cats at the colonies have just freaking up and disappeared. But we can't become negative Nancy's. On the plus side, I don't know if you saw or not, but Charlie I haven't seen in way too long. Yeah, I mean, I don't really do shorts, to be honest with you. Like, I tried to do shorts for, like, the algo or whatever, but I don't really like shorts, to be honest with you. But I should make more shorts, and if I were, like, a full-time YouTuber, I'd probably sit down or whatever. But, yeah, I really need to do more shorts. Or, like, and, you know, and the thing is I've got so many hours worth of content from the live streams that are already in a vertical format. So, I just need to, like, you know, cut out some of the best moments, like, of, you know, like, I don't know, Charlie being adorable, Gino being adorable, Big V and me having moments, you know, but yeah, I'm not super hot on the shorts format as a whole, personally. I prefer long form and live, but I need to eat my own, or I need to, like, put my own, I need to put my own peccadillos aside and be like, look, the algorithm wants short form content. Give the feed algorithm. But I mean, but by the same token, like, just, you know, there's just so much AI and bot shit in the shorts. Short form content is really, I like it in. I don't mind the doom scroll shit, but, like, golly, some short form content can be just absolute hot dog water. All right, and that's the cops. Yes, sir. Hello. Yeah, I'm leaving. You can turn the light off. Thank you. Bye. Alright, you want to shine bright lights in my face? Two can play at that game. I'm so done with the fucking police officers shining their fucking spotlights in my face. It's straight up fucking intimidation of the public. I hate it. It's like, oh, I'm clearly in a running car with the lights on. Let's turn on the flashlight and give him the worst kind of after image. Now I got fucking spotlight floating around in my face. Why don't you shut the spotlight in them? Why don't you spotlight them? What the fuck is that? Oh, they're not actively looking for criminals. They're faithless. That's wishful thinking at best. They don't give a flying fuck about actual criminals. Oh, look! Is it a mini? It's a mini opossum! Mini tacuache! Oh, that's interesting, Expos. They don't do it very well. You know, cops are like a lot of things in a capitalist system. We don't pay them enough, and you get what you pay for. So we're not getting enough. Tacuachito! Also, by the way, before you call somebody an idiot, it should be Y-O-U''I-R-E. Dipshit. Can't call anybody an idiot when you can't even spell. Yeah, faithless. You know what it is? That's the only marsupial in North America. They are the only marsupials in North America. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've actually, from the main colony a really long time ago, bigger than that one, but I actually picked up a baby opossum from the main colony many years ago. Well, my mom's in America, but I don't know what you're getting at, Base Pagan. Yeah, no, in fact, I believe, they can't carry rabies, I don't think. They're really actually incredible animals, and they're very cute. That being said, when they hiss in your face or when they spit, it's gross. It's nasty. But yeah, I agree with you, Mel and I. They've got the jazz paws just like a raccoon, like the jazz paws that are super cute. But yeah, they hiss. They've got attitudes. But anyways, y'all, yeah. But oh yeah, and Mel and I don't know if you saw the stream, but little Ozzy has gotten adopted finally. So that's my favorite news. Like, it's been tough with the cats, and Louisa's not doing so well, but golly, am I happy that forever home. Yeah. Now I just gotta... What are... Would you mind, like, turning your brights off so you're not blinding everybody and their mother? Like, just saying. Oh! So nothing super big, Faithless, but he's doing super well. I'm an idiot, and I forgot to post the update video of Tatiana that I got sent recently. But yeah, Ozzy seems to be doing really well. He's finally getting along better with the other cats. about that. I don't think... So Expos UB40, are you or were you a cop, or are you just like licking the boot? Question. Because I'll tell you one thing the police force absolutely doesn't need from any of us is for us to carry their water. They have guns and they have a PR department. You can like the cops, but you don't need to lick the boot. All right, guys. I'm very conflicted because I got 44 people watching now. This stream is doing alarmingly well. Do we keep it going, or do we keep it going and hang out at home with the cats a little bit longer, or do we call the stream? I was waiting for somebody to make a red, white, and to make a UB40 joke. Thank you, Corvus. Anyways, should make it. What was his first name? Expos UB40. It should be like in excess UB40 or something like that. That would be better. Yeah, all right, let's go hang out at the home. Let's go hang out with the house cats. You guys have been a very good audience. I think you've earned a little bit more kitty content. I don't know how much more kitty content, but I think you've earned just a little more kitty content. Damn, that Beamer's flying. My money don't jiggle, jiggle. It folds. I like to see you wiggle, wiggle. For sure. That's random. That's random. That's random. That's random. Speaking about random and speaking about music, what do we think about the Grammys, y'all? I don't really have any complaints, although personally I do seriously think that Clips should have won rap album of the year instead of Kendrick. Not saying I didn't love GNX and think it was incredible, but Let God Sort 'Em Out was a genre-defining piece of work, if you ask me. I'm a hip-hop head. I know Chains and Whips won for I know Chains and Whips won for best rap song or best hip-hop song or whatever they call the award, but yeah, I'm sorry. It was a case, and I can't believe I'm saying this. If Kendrick just opened his mouth, someone go hand him a Grammy right now. I was like, yo. And like I said, I love GNX. I thought it was a banger, but there's no way in hell GNX was better than Let God Sort 'Em Out. I think it's arguable that it wasn't better than Chromacopia. I'd have an opinion on like best rock album. Unfortunately, they all seem to suck. Like, rock music is so dead in 2026, it's unfortunate. Or like best R&B, like I'm glad Bad Bunny won Album of the Year. I'm fine with that. No complaints there. And let me see what else. Oh yeah, Leon Bridges with Mutt for best R&B album. That's kind of mid. I think there's something to be said for like there's just so much mid music right now. It's just I don't know. All I'm gonna say is that when you get to the point where a terrible, awful song like "Ordinary" by Alex Wall, "The Ordinary" is like chart topping for months at a time, bad times for music. Yeah, I mean, look, Gaga's amazing. I love Gaga. Expo's UB40. I don't know who you're talking about, but if you're speaking about Cats of San Bernardino, don't put their. Are we? Are we back, peeps? Come on, peeps. Someone got to let me know. Are we back or not back? How are we doing? Do I need to quit the app? All right, we're back. Weesh, weesh. Hey, Weave. Hey, Benny. Hey, Pepe Blue. Baby Blue. It's crazy, though. I lost all my viewers. I went from like 40 to 3. Hopefully more people pile in. What's up, Soul Dog? 8. See, we got people piling in. Slowly but surely. If you build it, they will come. Hey, Emily, Bemily, Michis, Boop. What's up, BB Boy? Hey, BB Boy. Hey, Boop. Hey, Manny. Hey, Sun Girl. Sun Girl. All right, let's give Baby Blue. Baby Blue. Can I just say, y'all, I love it when cats do the like one paw on a different level or something. It looks like they're a human and they're trying to do like this, like post up. I love that shit. What's up? What's up, Merrily? Long time no talk. You know, it's a mixed bag. You know, 2026 has had some ups and some downs. So fortunately, little Ozzy went to his forever home. Unfortunately, things have been kind of lousy at the colony. A lot of Louisa over here is in stage 4 of kidney disease. So unfortunately, she's going to be crossing the Rainbow Bridge sometime in the next month or so, probably. It sucks, but don't want her to suffer. But for the time I have left, we're giving her all the love, all the pets, all the treats, all the everything. And yeah, that's how that's the situation. About Kitty. Sorry, you're gonna have to type that one again. You're gonna have to type that one again. My bad. Oh, Kitty THC. I I thought about it, and I think Gina actually offered to send me like some of her or not THC, her CBD like tinctures. And actually, hold on, hold on. I might have some really high quality pet CBD tincture. Yeah. So yeah, I actually forgot about this. Thank you for reminding me. So yeah, I'm gonna try and give her some drops of this stuff, but yeah, but mostly just trying to make sure she eats. She's on subcutaneous fluids now, 7 days a week, but just trying to to cherish the time I have left. These V8 per motor is so super special. Kitty. So I can't really tell you, unfortunately. I've known her for 3 years now, but she was fully grown when I took her off the street. So I've known her for about three now. I'd say she's probably 7 to 10 years old, maybe a little bit older. I don't really know how long she lived on the streets before I met her, unfortunately. But you know, she had stomatitis when I first met her, and she was doing she's doing a whole lot, like the kidney disease notwithstanding. But the I think I gave her 3 pretty good years to finish up her life. Certainly a lot better than living underneath a BMW at a body shop. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her when she's gone, but I'm not gonna miss cleaning up the pee because she's just refusing to use the litter box correctly right now. That's kind of an unfortunate side effect of kidney disease. Yes, Benny. Yes, sir. Sir. But yeah, hopefully, I'm not sure. I can't remember whether it was May or March that I actually took her off the streets. Would love to have her make it that far before it's time for her to cross the bridge, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna make her stay alive for my own selfishness. So if it's time for her to go before that, it is what it is. I'm gonna be very sad, but but like I said, I won't miss dealing with the stupid Fugazi. I won't miss dealing with cleaning pee off the floor. That's for damn sure. And you know, having you know, having a special needs kitty at home makes it a little bit harder for me to do rescue work like I want to. So, it's what basically is to say that it's a mixed bag. I'll be very sad when she goes. But at least I'll be able. Yeah, no, she can't, and that's why I'm not. It's not like I'm getting upset at her or anything like that. Far from it. But like, it is frustrating to me because I got COVID at the end of last year, and I got a wicked case of long COVID, and just my like every single one of my joints at the end of the day are just so sore and stiff right now, and I'm obviously I'm taking steps to fix it, but like as is, it's just so hard, and like the last thing I want to do when I get home from a long day of work and feeding the cats is, oh no, I gotta clean piss off the floor. Ugh. That's that. Bleh. Benny. But it is what it is. If I error not found, that seems like a great way to uh let's let's just say that sounds like a great way to not only get permanently banned from every McDonald's in the entire world, but also to spend a night in the local county jail. And I got to tell y'all something. As someone who lives in L.A. County, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Not for McDonald's. That's for damn sure. But good luck on your search. I hope you find the person to do it. It just can't be me. Oh, that's so terrible. Yeah, mine seems to be settling in my left ankle, which sucks. But I might also like look. I still have health insurance for now. Who knows what it's gonna start costing pretty soon? But like, there's a non-zero chance I ask Kaiser, like, hey, is there any chance that you can give me, like, some physical therapy to, like, work this shit out of my muscles? Please. I've been such a good boy most of my life. I deserve to not be in pain. Yeah. I deserve a life pain-free. Also, did I mention that I'm 33? I should not be suffering from chronic pain issues this early. Especially I don't have like a yeah, anyways. I'm not bitching and moaning. Today is a lovely day. Let's pick this Abus. You know what's crazy, Bear? During the actual pandy, I was doing catering for assisted living facilities, so I was around that shit all the time and never once got COVID during the actual height of the pandemic. But then once I started working away from that and the pandemic society, got it twice. This is the second time I got COVID. It's crazy. It comes for you when you least expect it. Yeah. What's the line from Monty Python? No one ever expects the Spanish Inquisition. Yeah, COVID. Yeah, COVID can eat my butt as far as I'm concerned. I do not wish it upon my enemies. Oh, shoot! Actually, hold the phone, y'all. Sorry. I'll post it in the Discord. Honestly, honestly, Thrax, probably I don't really wish jail, but for my like like definitely like the rich ops, which is basically all of them, because like let's face it, eat the rich, they're not our friends. But I just kind of hope they all pile into one of those like rich fucks spaceships. Like they can pick whichever spaceship they want, be it the SpaceX one or the Blue Origin penis rocket. But I hope just they all pile in and launch themselves into space, and re-entry goes Columbia shuttle bad. Like all the, as Bernie Sanders would say, the top 1%. All of them. Fucking Bezos, Musk, Soros, all these Howard Schultz, rich fucks. Yep. This guy, it's not clocking to you, is really funny. Starts off trolling with "I'm gonna call the cops," and now is trolling like lockpicking skill issue. LOL, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Bear. I like Bernie, but unfortunately, his time has passed, and you know, I think the best thing that Bernie ever did, in a weird way, um was that in the aftermath of him running and losing to Hillary in 2016, it came out that the Democratic establishment was basically trying to keep him down, and you know, people like Debbie Wasserman Schultz and all that were were basically trying to sandbag Bernie and get Hillary to get the nomination. And look, I've been very open that I don't like Orange Man, but in a way, the Democrats kind of brought it upon themselves, not to blame victims or anything like that, because they had a good candidate who was a populist who could offer an alternative to MAGA, if that the working people could maybe get behind. And the Democratic establishment was like, no, we want the lady who's with the massive body count. Yep, same thing twice. The Democratic, you know, that's the thing. In a normal, in a normal world, that was all a clusterfuck. In a way, I'm angry at the Democrats for them like getting the hopes up of the left wing of blue team or whatever, and then be like, oh yeah, oh yeah, America, we forgot you don't like voting for uppity black women. Like, not, just to call a spade a spade. I voted for Kamala, for the record. Y'all can criticize me all you want. Choosing between two pieces of shit is voting in America. It's like, wow, I don't have any options. Yeah, no, I mean, look, for sure, a lot of people didn't see it as a color or sex issue, but considering how low considering how low the voter turnout was, and the people who didn't like Trump still didn't like Trump, but they just, for whatever reason, people couldn't, make themselves go to the polls for Kamala the same way they did for Joe. And some of it was probably they just didn't like her, but we should never discount the sexism and racism inherent to America. Oh, by the way, yeah, no, Hillary. Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about doing shitting in his adult diapers, yeah, he's definitely a doer. Okay, Elijah, do you want to ban Expo's UB40, or should I be the one to ban it? Because I actually checked his comment history. He does nothing but troll. Yeah. You've been hidden. Bye-bye. 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 It's like, no, you remember. But yeah, let's move away from politics, because it's all shit, and I don't want to summon the bots from insert country here. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you, Jose Sanchez, and I also think, and this is the thing with the Democrats, is it's very hard when people are actually literally hurting and are like trying to like find out what they're gonna do, like how they're gonna make rent, how they're gonna pay their bills, like, and this is the thing with the Democrats. They get these nebulous one-word things, and it's like, okay, Obama was hope, and then Kamala was joy, and what was Joe? I don't know, not Trump, but like hope and joy, that's great. Okay, can you like take those nebulous concepts and like show me concrete how we're gonna bring hope and joy to the American people? Thrax, it's funny you should mention that, because the Republicans talk a lot about a balanced budget, and then when they're in power, they just love to spend like crazy. It's weird about that. It's kind of hypocritical though. And also, don't give me that Democrats focus on the culture war when the Republican Party is literally trying to ban LGBT rights, trying to restrict white rights for women and women's bodies. Like, yeah, yeah, but like I said, guys, like, let's move away from politics, because I guarantee you this, we're not going to we're not going to solve these issues on my live stream right now. I guarantee you that one. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about let's talk about yeah. Tesla the person or Tesla the company? Because Tesla the person is tremendously fascinating. Tesla the company, Elon can suck my dick. Like all rich fucks. And yeah, I still am. I haven't really gotten much work at Universal recently because just it's very slow right now for theme parks in the middle of winter, holiday season's done. So I haven't gotten a whole lot of shifts there, which kind of sucks, but I'll get shifts eventually. All right, but that being said, hold on guys, I actually have something to show y'all, which is super cool. I'll put it in the Discord for those of you who are members of the Discord, but let me show y'all really quickly on stream so y'all can see. 1 second. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. For those of you wondering, yes, I am. For those of you wondering, um, I'm not acting, but I am. Yeah. All right. Let's move away from politics, though. Let's just talk, if you don't mind, Slick's hobby. We can maybe BS about politics at some other point, but I just don't feel like it right now. We've had enough. What is this tool? Wow. Extremely early slip joint pliers by the look of it. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I mean, look, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like Trump is old money. Like the Trump family has been rich for a lot longer than Donald has been around. It's been rich for longer than his father Fred. So all that old money has been, you look into the history of all those families and they're up to some serious buffoonery. Okay. But yeah, let me pull this up 1 second. Sorry, I was like, all right, here we go. Tatiana Cam. Look at T. Oh, that's Tatiana. She used to live at the colony too. Took her off the street. I didn't take her off the streets, but somebody else took her off the streets in just the right time. You know, she had a tumor, so yeah, that's why I think she had a mouth tumor. That's why she's chewing so weird. But, you know, like I said, it's so good to see her doing better and not in danger anymore. So yeah. Tatiana was like Ozzy. Big win for us cat folks. Oh, it's because she had a tumor. So she had a tumor either in her mouth or in her throat. So it was causing her to like chew really weird. Also, she doesn't have very many teeth in her mouth, so she just does this weird like chew routine. But yeah, she's actually doing a lot better than she was when she was on the street. When she was in pretty rough shape. But damn it, how long is this video? But yeah, way to go. Big ups to Tatiana. Oh, and if y'all want an old-ass photo just for shits and giggles, here's a really old photo of the colony with all three of the tuxedo cats. That's right, Winston, Neville, and Fats. Long time ago. They got her end of last year before the rains started. So, like I said, the best, most perfect timing, because if they waited much longer, things could have gone very, very, very badly. Excuse me. Because, like I said, it's been so touch and go. All right, Bear, thanks for stopping by, my man. Oh wait, hold on one second. Louisa says her goodbyes as well. She's too. She's just too chill right now to make eye contact. Could be. I mean, you know, it's been Marilee, for what it's worth, it's been the start of 2026 has been you know, has been quite something for me personally and for the world. So, you know, it's totally okay and understandable if you miss a couple of channels. Believe me, I've missed a few of mine myself. All right, Weesh. Bear says he loves you. But yeah. Louisa, make eye contact with me. Louisa. Weesh. She's like, no, I do not recognize you. Louisa's like, I'm Saudi Arabia and you are Israel. I do not recognize you. No. Holy shit. No, that is a can of worms I absolutely do not want to open up. Yeah, yeah, for real. Whoopsies. I will say, and I don't want to I don't want to discuss this, but I do want to share a personal like story about this. Is those of you all who know me know my dad is in fact Israeli. So that whole situation's been it's been a tough few years for the family. But my dad is becoming increasingly a single issue voter on the Israel thing, and I'm like, both me and my younger brother, who's smarter than I am, to be honest with you, are like, we don't we're a little worried that he's become a bit of a single issue voter, and the single issue is the current state of Israel with Bibi Netanyahu as the head of state. And this is not me making a pro or anti-Zionist, you know, statement. This is just me speaking as a human being. I just don't think the state of Israel in the year 2026 is the one issue is the one hill you want to die on. Like, just saying. Fat Chubby, would I get a flipper device? Yeah, absolutely. You know what actually would be great for the flipper devices is because the flippers can be turned into microchip scanners, and because I do a lot of cat rescue, it would be so great to have a little flipper, like, because you know how big the actual microchip scanners are, but like it would be so nice to have a little flipper so I could be like, kitty, kitty, microchip, kitty. This one doesn't have a microchip, by the way. I need to get Baby Blue a microchip. But yeah, and shoot, if you want to share something, go ahead. Thoughts on the Covert Companion Pro? I gotta tell you, I don't have thoughts because I don't have one of my own, but I do have an awful lot of stuff from Covert Instruments. They make a quality product, so I see no reason why it won't be really good. It's a TBD for me. I'm no lie. I'm waiting for them to go on sale before I buy one. I have a. I was well, I was gonna say I was gifted, but I won a massive gift card to buy stuff at Covert Instruments a long time ago, and I've got, I think, under $100 left on that gift card at this point, and so I'm trying to like wait for like the perfect thing that will use up the last money on the gift card. So I'm debating whether to wait for the Covert Companion Pro to go on sale, or if I want to wait, because I think they've got a disc detainer pick that they're working on, and disc detainer is something I'd like to get into. Like, I've fumbled around a little bit with, where is it, with what lock pickers would call the pick that Bosnian Bill and LPL made, but I haven't had very much luck with this thing, and the other disc detainer picks are just way out of my price range. I'm a brokey. Baby Blue. I'm fiscally broke. I'm not mentally or emotionally broke, at least according to myself. The chat might beg to differ, but that's okay. But yeah, I don't think I've ever successfully picked a disc detainer lock except for a cutaway with this thing. And I've had this freaking tool for a really long time. Should we give it a shot at a disc detainer lock so I can show you all how bad I suck at this? Yeah, fuck it. Like, I am like, I can pick regular locks, obviously I can pick dimples, wafers, but I'm so basura at disc detainers. It's not even funny. All right. Got a Abus 289. This shouldn't have any false gates, by the way. Hey, Manny. Nope, too fat. I need a turner to turn the turny turns. Okay, piece this. Let's go. Wait, what? Wait, what? I think there was a message that I didn't see. Oh, yeah, I got the off that many people and I about fell out of my chair. Have you heard of this conspiracy theories? There must have been something that didn't send weird, or like YouTube decided to do something. I don't know. All right, let's see if I can. What? David, you need a Flippy McFlipper deal. What's up, Randy Rich? Oh, I'm showing the world how badly I suck at picking disc detainer locks. And you popped in just in time. But first, oh, yeah, no, retype it because I can't it must not have sent or something. Yeah, because I got off that many people. But before that, I didn't see a message before that. Weird. Okay, I need to find a thing that will turn these discs. Oh, wait. Wow. No. David, be smarter. Yeah, might need to retype it because for some reason I didn't see anything, unfortunately. Okay. What up, Angel Nino Pena? I'm not gonna lie, and please don't take this as an insult, but for a second I was like, oh shit, is Jordi El Nino Pollo in my chat? Dang. Because that's apparently my brain rot is complete. I have no idea what I'm doing, y'all. It is indeed. It's me trying to figure out how to pick a disk detainer lock. All right, that actually, for the first time, actually, that felt like something moved. All right, that feels. This feels good. Yeah, yeah. Did you send it again? Because I didn't see it. I don't know. YouTube must be doing some buffoonery. Yeah, Randy, it is an Avis. Okay, wait. What if I go? I think I might be done. Oh. No, I don't even know if the moderator's in here. It's just so weird. Yeah, it's weird. I think the YouTube censorship department or something is wilding. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how much longer we're doing this, y'all, because like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to disc detainers, and this is just not very entertaining viewing, watching me struggle. So yeah, Deadly Dude, this is what's called a disc detainer lock. It's got keys that look like this. So instead of having cuts that are of different heights, like a normal pin tumbler lock, it basically, actually, one sec, let me pull that thing out, because I don't think this is happening tonight, unfortunately. right, reset. But yeah, basically, this is what a disk detainer. Here's I have a cutaway of it actually. Ow, funny bone. But yeah, and merely, I do apologize. I don't know what the heck's going on with the freaking YouTube corporate censor thing, but here we are. I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, here's oh yeah, that wasn't us. That was YouTube. If you talk about Germany in the 40s, the YouTube censorship automatically starts piping up. It's something to do with the spicy pinwheel era of their history. But yeah, getting back to locks, this is a disk detainer lock just like this one is. So inside a disk detainer lock, you know, and what's crazy is you don't even need to be talking about spicy pinwheel stuff, because the AI will just it's like, oh, they must be talking about something controversial, censored. But yeah, the way a disk detainer lock works is that the angles cut into the key turn these disks to a specific angle. Surprise, surprise. That the Schmolikoff never happened? Yeah, because that happened. Anybody who claimed that it didn't, you know, especially people like listening to, yeah, especially, yeah, anybody who claims it didn't happen is a lunatic, because, you know, they're basically using the claims of people like Ernst Zundel and Fred Leuchter and just, yeah, really bad people. You know, but yeah, let's get back to locks. This is a German lock. And funnily enough, Abus actually did make locks in the 40s for the Wehrmacht. So, yeah, the physically impossible thing comes from the Leuchter report, done by an American engineer named Fred Leuchter. It basically, he did some really unscientific experimentation at Auschwitz, and yeah, I can't pick the cutaway. No, yeah, it was really messed up, but he got discredited for a reason. And like, you know, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. A lot of us people who are of of that particular persuasion have literally lost relatives in that particular era of life. So yeah, to say that it didn't happen is horrible historical erasure. Anyways, moving right along. Disk detainer lock. The way a disk detainer lock works is that the key turns each one of these disks to a different angle. And you can see this little round bar right here. That's called the sidebar. And as you can see, hold on, let me hit the zoom a little bit. As you can see, inside each disc has a deep cutout, that's called the true gate, and shallower cutouts, those are called false gates. Those are actually to prevent picking. And when you insert the key, nothing happens. But then as you turn the key, each disc gets turned to the correct angle. You'll see this one needs to turn almost nothing at all, because as you can see, boom, that's already correctly aligned. You can see every disc will line up correctly with the key. And then, once they've all lined up like that, the sidebar is able to fall in, and the lock opens. So yeah, so with the correct key in, the lock the key will turn all the discs to line up the true gates, which are these deep guys right here, with the sidebar, which is this round piece of steel. And when they're lined up, you can see over here, there's a groove that holds the sidebar in place. As you can see, it can't move. But when the gates line up correctly, now the sidebar can drop in and turn the whole carrier. What's up, Sideways? And then the lock will open. So that's how a disc detainer works. I have no idea how to pick them. I suck. So also, oh yeah, so Michael, once I did pick the cutaway, but I picked it basically by watching the discs and being like, okay, I got to move it a little bit more. And realistically speaking, that's what I should be doing, just to learn the difference between a true gate, a false gate, set, not set. But I'm also a bit of a guy, I'm also a bit of an idiot, if that wasn't obviously apparent. And so I'm the kind of guy who's like, no, just let me struggle for a long time and eventually it will open. So these are actually, these disc detainer locks, they're very common in bike locks. Kryptonite loves to make disc detainer locks, but they actually, they work beautifully smoothly. And they're extremely weather resistant because there's no springs to deal with. But yeah, there's definitely ways to like mess yourself up with these. I think the most common one that I've seen in experience is people don't insert the key fully and then they turn the lock halfway and they're like, why is it not opening? And then they're like trying to push the thing in. What? Ah! And then they like, because the discs get, if you don't insert the key fully, it'll spin some of the discs, but not all the discs. So I think you can do a disc detainer lock with a shackle spring, but you don't see it very frequently because, like I said, a lot of disc detainer locks, the first disc detainer lock was made by the company Abloy. So, this is from Finland. These are people who need to have locks that work in very bad weather. And springs are the first thing that's going to freeze up and gunk up your mechanism if you have bad weather. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, I almost just saw the time and it's 20 to 1. Fuck me, dudes. All right, last lock. Last lock, then it's that. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. Sorry, we need to have a moment. Look at Baby Blue. He's made himself a little cocoon. Baby Blue. Yeah, no, Deadly Dude. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm in Pacific Standard Time. Baby Blue made himself a cocoon. Good boy, Baby Blue. Unfortunately, Grady, Baby Blue doesn't really meow. He can, sort of, but he doesn't really. But that's all right. I got a couple other cats that, like, literally, they meow enough for every cat in the city of Los Angeles. I swear to you. That would be the one who just, that would be the Void who just kind of flew past the camera. He meows a lot. Ben is always trying to give us an opinion, whether we want to hear it or not. Oh my God, that's my face. Very up close and personal. Jesus. Hey. All right, like I said, last lock, then it's dab time, then I go to sleep. Because I'm tired and I'm meow. I'm tired and I'm meow. Hold on, y'all. I lost my freaking tension wrench. And by lost, I mean I dropped it on the floor. Bear with. Ah, found it. Uno mas. All right. Me. This is the one. You keep saying uno mas. I'm just thinking about Shanghai Noon right now. Uno mas? So, kind of, but not really, Michael. They're much, much better than a warded lock. It is indeed. It is indeed. It's Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson playing cowboys. Unfortunately, I do believe it was directed by Schmatner, but fuck that guy. Yeah, Shanghai Noon, exactly. Did Schmatner direct that? Damn it. I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I love the shackle pop on these Stanley padlocks, and I hate that they stopped making padlocks. I need to save Stanley padlock on my eBay so whenever one pops up online, I can buy them. Yeah. So Michael, when it comes to a disc detainer is actually some of the hardest locks to pick will be disc detainer. And the funny thing is, and the reason I say it's not really the same as a warded lock, oh, it's such a satisfying shackle pop. I know I picked it twice. I don't care. The shackle pop is just ka-chunk. It's like chambering around in a really nice bolt action rifle. Just ka-chunk. Can y'all hear that? Somebody's hawking the loudest fucking loogie outside my window. Nasty. But yeah. But yeah, disc detainers in general are very actually high, like they're actually a very high security lock design, especially the good ones. But they basically function in a way, if you think about it, they function a lot like a dial, like a safe lock, like a combination dial safe lock, because if you think about it in kind of an exploded view, when you're entering the code on a safe, or since I don't have a safe lock handy, this padlock is going to have to be our stand-in for a safe lock. But, when you're turning the dial on a padlock like this or a safe, basically inside here, there's three wheels that are the code wheels, and there's a little there's something called a fence, which is basically, it's kind of like the sidebar in that it's something that will drop into a gap that will allow the lock to open. And so basically, and I wish I had a cutaway of one of these, but you guys are going to have to take my word for it. So basically, behind this plate, there's three dials which correspond to the rotations in the code. So that's why when you start, you need to do like this, because basically you're picking up all the wheels. I need to remember the code on this thing. 37, 15, 21. All right. So like that. So like that's why you need to spin it clockwise 3 times when you first start it, because you're allowing the spindle to pick up every single one of the wheels. All right. So then we stop at 37 for the first one. So that's wheel 1 set. Then we go to the second wheel. That's the second wheel set. And then the third wheel sets. And then this one, you actually need to do like a safe lock, where you need to turn it again to throw the bolt. But basically, when the 3 wheels are when the code is entered correctly, the fence is able to drop in to the wheels, and that lets the mechanism open. Essentially, a disc detainer is doing the same thing, where when you enter the correct key, it's essentially like dialing the correct code. But instead of 3 code wheels, there's 7, 8, and the key is basically turning all the wheels to the correct position, like dialing the correct code, and then allowing the lock to open. So it's a yeah. I mean, if you want, so Michael, my God's honest. So first off, Rockstar, I don't know if you're a fan of the documentarian Errol Morris. He's made some of the greatest documentaries of all time. Thin Blue Line being one of them. He did a great, I'm trying to remember the name of it. The Fog of War. It was a documentary on Robert McNamara. Errol Morris is a brilliant documentary and has made some of the greatest documentaries of all times. But he did a character portrait of Fred Leuchter called Mr. Death: The Rise and Fall of Fred Leuchter Jr. And if you're interested in Schmolocaust Schmanile and just a misguided, silly man, it's worthwhile viewing. Because basically what happened, and I'm sorry to go off on a tangent on this one, but this is historical stuff that fascinates me. Fred Leuchter was the son, sorry, we'll put it on my face. Fred Leuchter was the son of a prison warden and was very pro-capital punishment. But as he said by his own admission, I'm pro-capital punishment, but I'm not pro-capital torture, which, okay. Oh, this isn't a book. This is a movie. So basically what happened was somehow, question mark, this warden's son, Fred Leuchter, somehow ends up becoming a technician for the machinery of death in the American penal system. And he starts out building and modifying electric chairs. And so he actually, has built electric chairs. He actually the only in the aftermath of him losing his entire reputation, most states got rid of his machinery. However, I do know for a fact that the state of Tennessee, which, by the way, still uses the electric chair, uses a Leuchter chair. But yeah, that was his only area of expertise, was he was good at building electric chairs. Then, I believe the state of New Jersey, who have since banned capital punishment entirely, contracted him to try to build a lethal, and by the way, this, you might have to check my facts on Wikipedia or something like this. I'm going off memory here. But then I believe the state of New Jersey tried to contact him to design a lethal injection protocol, which by Leuchter's own admission, I might add, he's like, I don't know anything about lethal injections. but he had a can-do attitude, I guess. So he built them a machine, and I think there was a whole rigmarole about that he was trying to shake down various states' Department of Corrections. So, basically what I'm saying is that work kind of starts to dry up for him a little bit. And then right as work is drying up, lo and behold, a known denier of the Holocaust, or the Shoah, named Ernst Zundel, was going on trial for hate speech in Canada, because I believe hate speech is, or Holocaust denial or something like that, is a crime in Canada. And Zundel got Leuchter, Zundel, Zundel, piece of shit, known Holocaust denier, and one of the proponents of scientific racism, which is a very dangerous road to go down. But Zundel, Zundel Zundel tried to get Leuchter to go during his honeymoon, I might add. Got Leuchter and his newly wedded wife to go to Auschwitz and basically snoop around and do stuff. And what Leuchter did was he went into the crematorium, and for the record, all of this is making me puke a little bit as a Jew. But Leuchter went to Auschwitz for his honeymoon, crazy shit, and went into the crematorium, which, by the way, those are not the actual crematorium, those are reproductions, and started chiseling away at the walls, trying to find traces of Zyklon B. And so he's chiseling away at the walls of Auschwitz. And then he bags up these samples that he's collected, and by collected I mean stolen from a mass gravesite. From one of the darkest places in the history of the world, and then he takes them to a lab in America and says, these are samples of something, and they put it through a gas chromatograph, and they find nothing, which is the basis of the Leuchter report, which is one of the biggest when people want to try to find site sources to disprove the Holocaust, the Leuchter report is what they often go to, because it's a semi-scientifical or pseudo-scientifical claim alleging that the crematoria, or that the gas chambers never existed in Auschwitz. Here's the thing. Like I said, number one, those aren't the original gas chambers. They're reproductions. But number two, even if they were, cyanide, which was the thing in Zyklon B that killed 11 million people. Not 11 million. Okay, look, I know some of you are going to be like, not 11 people. Not 11 million people died in the Holocaust, died from Zyklon B. You're right. Okay, fine. A lot of them were shot. The thing with the Leuchter report, and the thing with his claim that there was no cyanide found in Auschwitz, was that he mashed up his samples and had them ground up. And the thing with cyanide is it's on the surface. It doesn't go in. So if you grind up the sample... Oh! Okay, I see that I've got 2 Holocaust deniers in my chat. That's great. Bye! Yeah, but that's okay. Mr. Dragon Bear Pub GM, yeah, it's fucking. That's all right. You know, the thing. It's all right. Here's the thing. Whenever you start talking about something like this, it summons the idiots. It's like mosquitoes getting drawn to a light. They're like, oh, he's talking about the thing. We gotta go talk. And it's like, yeah, and it's like, yeah. That would have been quite the plot twist, right? But I mean, that being yeah, thank you, Vic. But yeah, also not to be overly technical, but I don't think they actually sent the gas through pipes because I believe they had it. What didn't they do the fake shower head thing where it was like, okay, you're going to be deloused, get in the shower. Yeah, because epic rap battles of history had all those jokes about Hitler being like, okay, now step into my shower. Yeah, yeah, because cyanide and Zyklon B is a solid, and you're supposed to put it in water, and then it will form a gas, I believe. Yeah, let's not. Yeah, let me just say that the business of killing people, regardless of whether you're doing it via or like some other technological way, is just grisly shit. It's just deeply like, what up, Skinny? Like, it's just, to me, it's a fabulous, thank you, Elijah. It's a fabulous example of like, oh, finally debunked. He was debunked pretty much instantly. Pretty much the whole world was like, yeah, you're full of shit. Yeah, Skinny, we were at the colony earlier, but right now at 1 a.m., we're lock picking a little bit longer. But really, but yeah. All right, it's 1 o'clock. I was supposed to pick one more lock. I picked that lock twice. I picked another lock just now. Excuse me. It's dab time and then go to sleep time for me. Oh, is it called Mr. Death by any chance? The documentary? Because if so, that's the documentary by Errol Morris that I recommended you watch. But, you know, but yeah, and I mean, and Errol Morris has always had Errol Morris, the man who made Mr. Death, has always made some Errol Morris, Morris, Morris. He's always had a fascination with kind of people at the on the far ends of society, as it were. And Fred Leuchter is certainly that. He's notwithstanding the Holocaust denial, the fact that he was literally a professional maker of execution technology, the dude was just weird. Like, the dude claimed in his documentary that he smoked 40 cigarettes and drank, like, multiple cups of coffee on a daily basis. Like, the dude was just a very, and like, I mean, And I mean, not for nothing, but like, who the fuck goes on a honeymoon to Auschwitz? Investigation or no investigation? Oh, baby, we just got married. I love you so much. You know where we should go? To this place where millions of people died. It's like, oh, great. For my honeymoon, I'm going to the Babi Yar Ravine. But yeah, it's dab time. We're winding down. We're chilling. We're BSing. But yeah, since I'm BSing right now, and since we've been discussing Fred Leuchter, let me move away from Fred Leuchter and talk about the man who made the documentary, Errol Morris, and say that Errol Morris, like I said, is one of the most brilliant documentarians of all time, I would say. And aside from... Hey, I'm always willing, Marilee, I've always considered that you ask things honestly, in my opinion, and I'm always willing to answer questions asked with an open mind, That's my POV. But yeah, completely tangentially, but Mr. Death is a fascinating documentary and about a weird and I would say fascinating human being. That being said, if you want the best Errol Morris film that he ever made, watch Thin Blue Line. It's about a man who was wrongly convicted of murder, and it was such a this was a documentary that literally got a convicted man off death row because it literally amazing documentary. And there's a thing with Errol Morris that makes his films very fascinating. What's up, Yvonne? What's up, Cash? Yeah, Baby Blue's just lounging. But there's a thing that makes Errol Morris's documentaries very interesting, which is that he developed a technology that he calls the Interatron, which sounds creepy as fuck. But basically, it's a teleprompter that projects the interviewer's face. So in Errol Morris's documentaries, this has always been a thing. It's just it's louder right now because of the time that we're living in and the craziness, And I mean, and also when people don't trust the ruling class, they'll make up conspiracy theories. Some of them true, some of them not. Because it can't just be, it can't just be evil people doing evil things. It has to be something, an overarching conspiracy. Jewish pedophiles on the dark side of the moon with the space lasers. I don't fucking know. Crazy shit. That's crazy shit. But here's the thing. For every ridiculous, conspiracy theory that isn't true, I mean, I'll go ahead and say it. I think Jack Ruby was a Fed and Martin Luther King was assassinated by the U.S. government. Malcolm X, too. You could even argue that Sirhan, the guy who killed RFK Sr., was also a plant. But whatever. Or and let's not even get into the grassy knoll conspiracy about who killed Kennedy. Let's not get into that. It's crazy shit. But yeah, what I was talking about the Interatron of Errol Morris, which is more interesting to me, which is that in his documentaries, the subject of the document, because the way he does it is basically it's a teleprompter. So, and the teleprompter isn't like most teleprompters is in front of the camera lens. So the image of the person interviewing you is projected in the camera lens. So you are looking straight into the camera lens as you're being interviewed, which gives this really like interesting perspective of the interviewer, because the interviewer is looking into your, or the interviewee, sorry, is looking from the screen at you. They are making eye contact with you. They're not, like a lot of documentaries, they'll have the camera off to the corner or whatever, or they'll have like the camera at an angle or whatever. But when the camera's lens is eye level with the eyes of the person being interviewed, and the person being interviewed is looking back at you, it's like you're having a conversation with that person. And when that person is talking about crazy shit, yeah, Snow Leopard, he has been gone this long before, actually. He's been gone for months at a time. But I was actually discussing this earlier in the stream, but because nobody's seen Charlie, like not me, not Hector, not anybody. Nobody's seen Charlie for a minute. I'm very seriously thinking about, probably not tomorrow, but sometime later this week, maybe Thursday, going to that, to the business during their business hours and being like, hey, you haven't seen, because I've got pictures of him, obviously, you haven't seen this cat, and out of curiosity, no, but like, Snow Leopard, I appreciate the worries, and don't get me wrong, I'm worried too, but I'm like, worrying too much will not bring him back any quicker, But yeah, I definitely want to go to that shop and ask the people who work there, like, hey, you haven't seen this black and white cat that looks kind of like a Kittler by any chance, have you? And if you have, like, here's my phone number. It's 235-666-1266. Give me a call if you see him, because I'm taking him off the streets next opportunity I get. Oh yeah, Cowboy Baby Yoda, great username, but yeah. For all the dabbers out there, first off, this is not recommendations to do any sort of hard drugs. Don't do that. But for the people who dab, or occasionally need to braze copper, I'm told, the Blazer Big Shot GT800 is an exceptional dab torch. I've had this one for almost a decade now, which is crazy. And I actually have two of them because I have a second one upstairs. Yeah, not gonna lie, Tanakto, I think we all are gonna have CTE by the end of our lives. Oh, I'm sorry, Snow Leopard. I hope I didn't trigger you too. Yeah, well, of course, Elijah. I'm going to be like, hey, I name him Charlie because look at him. He looks like Charlie Chaplin. Here. Facts. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm doing drugs that are legal in my state, and marijuana drugs. I tried marijuana once. Now I'm gay. Say no to drugs. Say yes to hugs. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Baby Blue is the best. Also, for the record, despite the fact that he's in frame, there's other cats too. Benny. Oh, Trash Raccoon, I'm a lock picker. I pick locks for a hobby, so I have a collection of locks and more locks and more locks and more. That my house is many much locks. Benny and Fred. Me. Here, we'll actually pick a couple of locks right now. So, but yeah, yeah, Katie Cat, I don't feel like being a locksmith right now. Honestly, a lot of my hobbies become professions or profession adjacent things, and I kind of want to keep lock picking as one of those things that's just a hobby. Like, I went to college, didn't graduate, but I went to college and majored in photography, and that's why behind the locks you'll see cameras, much cameras, because I have collections of those too. But yeah, but I don't really take photos the same way I used to, especially with like big cameras. Like obviously we all take photos with our well, I mean, merrily, I'll tell you that the only camera that ever was on the moon was a Hasselblad. Yeah. But like I still take photos with my phone just like everybody does, but I don't take nearly as many photos with like actual like cameras as I used to. Like and I like one of the reasons that I dropped out of college was that it was just becoming like just let's just drag, you know? And like I also really like to cook, and I do that professionally now. But like, I also don't cook that much when I'm at home because like I do it professionally, and it's like the last thing I want to do now is more freaking cooking. Also not gonna lie, my kitchen in this apartment kind of sucks. Like I really like this apartment for the space it gives the cats, but for cooking, it's kind of honestly terrible. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's crazy. Everything is mirrorless now. Yeah, but for you photographer people, the 6'7" in my username has nothing to do with that frickin' Gen Alpha shibboleth. It has everything to do with the Pentax 67 camera, which is my favorite camera of all time and the best camera of all time. And I will hear no discussion on that matter because y'all are wrong. The best camera ever made is the Pentax 67, without a doubt. Yeah. I don't know. It's a shibboleth of some sort, but Ryan's reaction, there's behind every joke though, there is truth. And there's a a shibboleth. Shibboleth. It's a word or phrase or saying or something to that effect to basically that basically people of a group will say to find outsiders. Like case in point, obviously, yeah, and I mean, and here's the thing: the best camera is the one that you have with you. So if you've got your iPhone with you all the time, best camera. I will say this: I think Apple's image processing is acres better than Android. Yeah, or or like right now in the Russo-Ukrainian war, because the two languages and cultures are very, very similar, but there's subtle differences. So if you've got someone you don't know, you don't know if they're Russian or Ukrainian, you ask them to say a word in whichever language you're trying to figure out, and it's like depending on the pronunciation you get, you're like, oh, you're Ukrainian, oh, you're Russian, you know. So that's a shibboleth, and I think 6-7, it's a shibboleth for younger folks because it's like they get what it means, but the older folks are like, what's a 6-7? And I'm like, I don't really care. Not gonna lie. But yeah, my my username predates the advent of 6-7 by quite some time. But now I'm giving off big time old dude energy. I'm just a fucking millennial. Why do I keep oversetting something? Yeah, I mean, look, I'm a millennial, I'm 33, but yeah, I mean, I had a sous chef who worked for me. She was born in 86 or something like that. She was also a millennial. So she's probably 40 now, I think. I think, there, you got, right now you got, you got the boomers getting old, and you got the very, very last of like the greatest or silent generation, whatever, that are like just barely hanging on. And yeah, like the oldest of the Xers are starting to move into senior citizen territory at this point. And the oldest of the millennials are now, you know, their parents. Their parents with many much kids. You know, their parents with grown kids, you might say. Strange the passage of time. Oh, my car's, I'm rambling right now because it's 1:23 in the morning and I'm picking locks and talking shit. But my car's a 2003, so naturally there's no Bluetooth or anything like that, or way to connect your phone to hear music. But it has a tape deck. So I have a little Bluetooth tape deck adapter that allows me to, yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say not quite seniors, but the oldest of the Xers are definitely well on the grandparent track at this point. I'm not saying all of them, but like a lot of the older Xers are very much like we have, they're doing the grandma grandpa thing. But yeah, 40 plus with sick Pokemon collections. Yeah, the one after you is millennial. Technically, it's also Gen Y, but for whatever reason, Gen X gets to be called Gen X, and Gen Z gets to be called Gen Z, but Gen Y is millennials. But nobody uses Gen Y anymore. I guess most people are calling Gen Z the Zoomers. Oh, 84. That was the last time there was an Olympics in my city. I can't wait for us to fuck it up. Ugh. I'm so. You know what though? Come to think of it, were the people eating the Tide Pods, were they Gen Z or were they alphas? I don't know. Yeah, I just. I mean, look, it's crazy. A bunch of Zoomers are now parents now. Same way, same way millennials have like grown. A lot of like the older millennials have grown kids now. If they had kids young, like the Zoomers have kids now. The Zoomers are parents. The Tide Pod generation is parents now. Well, probably not the Tide Pod eaters because they probably, I don't know, they probably Darwined themselves at some point. Yeah, I mean, look, it's always, yeah, it's always crazy to think about the passage of time because, you know, I mean, like I said, my car is a 2003, which means legal from a legal standpoint, it's my car can get an ID and legally drink alcohol. Uh, so that's one thing. But like because it doesn't have any Bluetooth or whatever, I have a Bluetooth cassette deck adapter that allows me to Bluetooth my car in through through the cassette deck. But the problem with that is it's battery powered. So every now and then the cassette deck will die, and then I gotta freaking charge it. And when I'm charging it, it can't work. So then I gotta listen to the freaking radio, and of course radio sucks these days. But like so you got to put, so I put on, so, you put on the classic rock radio, and it's all the songs that I was big into when I was an adolescent. And it's like, okay, that's weird, because I didn't know we were calling Fall Out Boy classic rock already, but here we are. Yeah, I'm done with the radio. It's to the commercials and it's like I don't like how many freaking times can I hear like Stairway to Heaven and Freebird and uh the ordinary, the ordinary. You're gonna be kissing the grass. Yeah, if I haven't said it before, I'll say it again. That song's boof. Oh no! Guys, we're in a romantic mode right now. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I do listen to a ton of music from that period. Sorry, that light is on a timer and it goes off at 1:30. So okay, hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, we're back with sound. We have we have we have picture Peter, Roger Roger. What's our balance, Brian? Okay, what was it? Also, yeah. I remember as a kid, I was in my grandparents' house and I found like one of my uncles got. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think acting's in my future. Why is this being like extra assholey today? I don't understand that. That being said, I was in 2 plays during high school, and then I was like, you know what? I don't like being on stage. Let me go behind and be a techie. And I did that, and that was more fun. I like being a lighting guy. That was fun. Some things kind of die hard. It's kind of funny, but I was when I was working at Universal during Halloween Horror Nights recently, I was taking a break, during my shift, and I'm in one of like these like these employee only areas, like which is in like a behind the restaurant. So I'm just there, chilling out for my 10-minute break, and I'm like, but it's also like a technical spot, so they've got tons of stage lights because it was like right next to where one of the Halloween Horror Nights like shows or exhibits or whatever. So they got strobes or whatever, and I'm going like, hey, Source Fours, because Source Four is very common type of spotlight you see on stage, and made by a company called ETC. And I'm like seeing them, hey, cool. No, so some things die hard. It'd be kind of funny if I got a job there. I was being way too much of an asshole for my thing. But it'd be kind of funny at some point if I just decided, hey, I'm going to try being a techie one more time. Going to a theater. Hey, I did some techies I was a techie for a few years in high school. Can you want to maybe give me a job? The keen lockpickers amongst you will note that I went from picking a bunch of orange and green belt locks to purple. Yeah, this can only end well. I mean, frankly, Kyle, I'd accept that job, but I prefer a job breaking expensive locks, because that'd be fun. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. Sorry, hold on. Beep blue. Oh, sorry to distract you, sir. Koshka? So, all right, win on that one. My Cyrillic reading's not great. I mean, the thing is, in California, you can't just get a job. I mean, the job would be locksmithing, but you can't really get a job locksmithing in California because you can't just get it. You need to have a certification here. You need to be licensed, which for the record is a good thing. I think it's weird that in some states you can be a locksmith without a license. Like, but like, yeah. So to become a locksmith, I'd have to spend a lot of money on classes, get the certification, yada yada yada. And that would also violate the I want to keep this as just a hobby thing. All right, I think we're close, which is good. We're deep asphalt set. Mm-mm. Oh, how do you mean? Oh, I get what you're saying, yeah. I like what I do professionally. Just got to figure out how to do more of it and for more money. Well, James, no, the problem is this is not an easy lock to pick. Oh, it's an Illinois duo. One of the more difficult wafer locks out there. No, I've picked this lock before. Um, uh, just it's been a while since I've picked it up. But it's a bit vintage, so I wouldn't want to bump it. Picking is slightly damaging to locks because it's steel on brass, so it can mess with the lock's internals a bit, when you're stressing the system. But bumping is just very, very violent, and also you'd need to kill the key. You'd need to saw down one key. Oh, whoops! Ah, shit! Fuck! Fuck! Shit! Fuck! Sorry, I freaking I hit the thing with the tripod. Ah, god damn it! All right. So yeah, but the duo is a three row wafer. So top wafer, bottom wafer, and also there's a third bitting surface that's actuated here. My bitting surface is really lame because it's all just max lift, max lift, max lift, and then like one. But whatever, Hold on, if I put the no, stop it. So the trick to the duo is that you need to set the side wafers first, and then you fall into this really deep false set. And then you're basically home. Well, you're semi-home free. So that's why right now I'm pushing down on the side wafers. Try and set them right now. There we go. That's that false set I was talking about. All right, now we got to work on the top and bottom. All right, now I want to go back to... So a false set is this slight rotation that you see here, where it's no longer straight up and down. The core is partially turned, which basically would indicate that some things are set and some things aren't. In a normal lock, that would be basically you have to set the spools, but this isn't, this lock doesn't have spools, but it does have tapered wafers that behave like a spool. But a lot of, and this is, like I said, this is a higher security lock and a lot of higher security locks, when you finish with one distinct element of the lock, it'll give you a false set that'll be like kind of your indicator to move on to the next bit. Like, I think like a great example of this, which I'm not going to pick today because I haven't picked it in probably about a year now at this point, is a multi-lock, the dimple lock. When you set all the outside pins, you get a very deep false set. And that means, okay, it's time to move into the inner pins of that particular system. Okay, I'm sorry also. Well, I'm sure, Ryan, but where's the fun in that, right? Also, it's a waste of perfectly good mortadella, because I would never use... Nah, yeah, nah, I'm fucking with you. Meow. Baby Blue's going to town behind me, though. Well, Nerd Riz, it really depends on the quality of the lock. Some of them you can punk really easily. Some of them, like this one, not so much. But there we go. Woo! All right, I can still pick at a purple belt level. Yay me. But yeah, if you want to... All right. All right, where's the lock that's fun to punk? There we go. There we go. Our best friend, Master Lock. Longtime viewers will know this trick, but fuck it, it never gets old. All right, Master Lock. You know, remember, lock picking, you need a pick and a turning tool, or maybe you don't. Because you can just stick a turning tool in, and then you just grab another turning tool. Hold on, apologies, I'm not getting things correctly. Ah, keeps slipping. Fuck. All right, sorry guys, I'm not McNally. Give me a second. Let me do it right, and then we'll go on to actually like picking locks that are fun. Well, fun for me. Takes longer to get this in place correctly, and then once I do it, it's going to be like 1 second. No, I know what I'm doing wrong. Hold on. This thing is very fat. Ah! See, I'm a klutz. That's why another reason I can't be McNally. Haha. There we go. All right. Now that I've got everything set up, like I said, it takes way longer to set it up correctly, and then once you got it set up, it's like, oh, these locks suck. But yeah, let's do it. Let's pretend like I actually like, because you know, like they never do it. It's never the one take. You get the correct take. Okay, let's do it. You are using a master lock. It doesn't even need lock picks to open. Here's 2 turning tools. Turning tool number 1. Turning tool number 2. One, two, three, boobaloo. Of course, I didn't put it in right? Fuck it. Let's try again. You are see. This is the part of the lockpicking lawyer videos that you don't see is all the fuck ups. All right, now that we got everything in, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Wow, boom. See, all right, we'll use that as... See, this is how the actual video is filmed. It's like, okay, fuck, 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 shit, fuck, fuck, shit, I'm fucking up. And then it's like, you, you know, put on like easy listening music, and then you get the like, you are using a master lock number 3. It does not even need lock picks to open. Here's one turning tool. Here's another turning tool. The lock is now open. There's my McNally impersonation. Boom. Are you not entertained? All right, can we get back to picking like actual fun locks and not just punking master lock? With your permission, Chathew? Here's a fun, cool Cisa. 45. Hey, boo. What's up, Manuel Benitez? Yes, Boop? You heard the dawn call of Mrs. Boop. This is usually the part of the stream where Li just like 24-hour live stream, and I'm like, no. Can I have my full set, please, Lock? Thank you. Yeah, I got like one pin left, and it's holding me up. Baby Blue engaging in some Baby Blue activity back there. What in the white trash trailer park, no catalytic converter, beat up Chevy truck is going on outside my friggin' apartment? That's what the car outside my apartment sounded like. No bullshit. Straight pipe? Absolutely not. Nah, more like no, more like smog failure cat theft. Also, it didn't sound good. It sounded like a freaking like a Corolla or something like that. Like for all the racers out there, by the way, that's what your car sounds like when you That's what your car sounds like when you put one of those fart cans exhaust on it to me. People who come in on the doom scroll and I was like, he's making fart noises while picking a lock. What the fuck is this? Ever pick a mailbox lock? Which one? There's actually like the world of post office locks is very involved, but I'll just say this. Most of them are property of the US government. You don't Rule number one about lock picking for a hobby is don't pick locks you don't own. But a big subsection of the don't pick locks you don't own is especially don't pick locks that are owned by a government that can put you in jail for it. I mean, look, in today's crazy day and age, when people like literally videotape all their crimes, is it really beyond the realm of possibility that somebody would be like, dude, I'm gonna, like I said, whatever the alpha equivalent is doing it for the Vine or whatever. Oh my God, that was such a 20, like, I aged myself there. Do it for the Vine. Jesus Christ. I don't know why I thought about it like that, but like, yeah. If we're talking about cops, the one cops I respect more than any and do not want to fuck with is the U.S. Postal Service inspections service. Those guys, they will get anybody. They got Capone. Good night. All right. Good night. Thanks for coming by. Oh. Yeah. But rule number one, do not fuck with the U.S. Postal Service inspection service. They will fuck you up. They will end you. I'm kind of running out of locks that are fun to pick at this point that are on my table. Guys, I think that means we got to call the stream. It's 10 after 2. I was going to end like I should have taken. You know, the thing is, I should have taken. Oh my god, this is a weird angle of me. Are you not entertained? I should have taken the cue of actually when my timer went off. Like, hey, you should probably call the stream. But no, I'm stupid, and my ADHD is going crazy right now. Oh, deadly dude. The Postal Service inspection team. They. Benny Booger. Yeah, like good. Like they took down. Like they've taken down some pretty big criminals in their time. One second. Let me do some Google foo. She's staring at me. Now she's not. Now she's hiding. Why are you hiding? So, Jason, I'd recommend starting off with the easy stuff, like put like a doorbell camera or something. You know, the way they're good, but they're also they don't want to do any more work than they absolutely have to. So you gotta give them some evidence. You can't just come in and be like, "Oh, people have been stealing my mail." They'll be like, "Oh, great! The Dead Kennedys made a song all about that, stealing people's mail on a Friday night." That's for all the punk peeps still in the chat. Bombastic side eye. Bombastic side eye. I think she's also like semi-closing her third eyelid, so she's actually sleepy now. See, she's sleepy. He's sleepy. I'm sleepy. Baby Blue hath disappeared. All right. It's time to say goodnight. Well, let's just. Oh, hell to the nah, my guy. I can support them by abolishing their whole thing. And not saying, hey, let everybody in, but like, nah. Not like this. Hey, Wish! I know you think you got away with it. You're still getting your sub-Q fluids. Don't think you got away with it for the night. Oh, Bear. I got the 80 got the best of me. That's what happened. Yeah, kick dough can kick rocks the dough. Whee! Whee! You gotta get your fluids. It's... Yeah. This, I think, by the way, you're actually seeing kind of one of the symptoms of stage 4, which is that she's got that cough to her, like this. That's a new thing. But, yeah. Little girl. You got a thing stuck in your tail. Let me see, I got it out. Night, Wish. Night, everybody.